I'll just summarize the main 5 take-home messages from this discussion. First message, I think what you have given is weather is no excuse for attending a class 7:30 in the morning, even at minus 20 degrees, you have to come and attend the class, right? Second would be standard textbooks are to be used. App is supplementary. FMG Solutions book can be used in case you feel like, or any others. Last 1 month, the duration of study should be at least 10 to 15 hours. And the number of MCQs you're going to do is starting with 50, upgrade to 100 to 150 for at least 3 to 4 months right before the exam. Hi guys, today I'll be sharing this incredible story of Dr. Vardah Inspiring, who's from KSMA Bishkek and has got an astounding score of 240 marks out of 300 in the recently concluded FMGE January 2023 exam. Congratulations, Doctor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Vardah Inspiring. I have graduated from Kyrgyz State Medical Academy, Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. I have graduated in the year 2022, and I have just recently given my FMGE screening test, in which I've scored 240 on 300.
Okay, great. So please share your journey of this entire 5 years of your college life. I mean, the cold adaptation, especially.
The cold adaptation, having been in Delhi from the very, very childhood, I think a cold weather is always pleasant to us. So I think it was a pleasant surprise. But of course, it is difficult to adapt, to go out in the freezing cold, to attend classes, to run around in the departments. I think it is difficult, but I think you have to go on because for a greater purpose, for a bigger purpose. So you go on. And I think the love for medicine and the desire for the degree, I think it just kept me going on.
Okay. So, I'll on the lighter note, I would like to ask this, 8 a.m. the morning lecture starts and the temperature would be something like minus 15 to minus 20, something like that in December, January. So how many guys used to really, or guys and girls used to really turn up for lecture and barna hota na yaar mera proxy laga dena and I'm not coming today and something like that. So, what was the actual atmosphere there?
Yeah, actually, we used to have the least attendance in the 7:30 lecture in the morning.
Okay, it starts at 7:30. Okay, in India, it starts at 8. So you guys have to start another half an hour early. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I guess the teachers push us a lot. I think they are there around 7:15 when it's already it's still dark outside. So I think they are like, if we can reach here, why can't you? So I think they push us and motivate us so much.
So there's no excuse.
There is no excuse. Winters are no excuse in Kyrgyzstan at all. It can be as cold as it can be, and you shouldn't miss your classes.
Okay. So, Doctor, any specific inputs for increasing the probability of success? Especially, I know that your inbox would be full, especially from your juniors who would be like, ma'am, I need inputs for how to clear this exam, how to get these great marks like you. So any specific inputs that you would like to give?
I think to begin with, to start early in your college days, it is better if you read the standard textbooks. I think they are of great help. I did that. It proved immensely helpful in my case. To start early. Then after coming here, I think when you start, you have to have around 4 to 5 months in your hand. I think I started my preparation in August, but I had completed major chunk back there in Bishkek. So after coming here, it was major revision and mostly the difficult subjects, which I found the difficult topics. For example, ECG or the arrhythmias and the drugs for arrhythmias. These are the subjects that I found very, very difficult. So I think I was focusing more on those after coming back. I had completed the easier portion back there in Bishkek. Then, of course, the PYQs, I think you have to do. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to do PYQs, because in the first paper, I think I had a lot of questions which I had solved previously. So I knew somewhere what the examiner is asking. So I think PYQs increase your time efficiency a lot. So PYQs are a major portion that you must be doing alongside revision.
Okay. So can you name a couple of standard textbooks that you went through?
Starting from physiology, I read Guyton, I read BDC for ANAT, biochemistry. At that point, I read Satyanarayan, but later I changed to Lippincott. Then Patho was a game changer because I started with Robbins and I stick to Robbins because it was very, very difficult initially, but then I didn't give up. So I think it really bore fruits like after 2 or 3 years. It was very difficult initially. Then I read Davidson's for medicine. I read Shaw's for gynae, the whole Indian textbooks.
Okay. Fine. And now coming to the exam per se, any book you refer to specifically for the FMG exam for previous year questions?
I guess, sir, the FMG Solutions, the latest edition, was enormously helpful because it is just what you need for FMGE. It is neither a step ahead nor a step behind. I think it is just what you need. So I think it was a game changer in my case also. I used to come back, revise the subject, and I used to do the questions from the book itself the same day. And then I would just close the subject and keep aside because once I completed my questions from FMG, I got a great satisfaction of like having completed the subject.
Okay. And could you share your daily schedule? I mean, how many hours of study every day, MCQs? I mean, I understand you might have attended classes also, but then let's say the exam was postponed and suddenly, we had this pandemonium breaking out that everybody's freaking out. Oh, my preparation was going good. Now it's stuck. So let's talk about your schedule in the month of December and 20 days of January. How many hours? How many MCQs per day? Were you consistent? And what were you doing when you were not consistent, more importantly? Because everybody would be asking that particular question, that on the day when I'm not able to study, a depression comes in and I feel, depression would be a wrong word. I tend to feel a little let down. And then the next day also, I keep on ruminating about the fact that I did not study yesterday. So that decreases your performance even on the subsequent day, which could have been pushed up. So I merged a lot of questions together, but I hope that this would be useful for the future aspirants.
Okay, so the last 1 month, the amount of hours I put in were in the range of around 9 hours to 15 hours. So I usually operated in that zone. And of course, there were days when I thought that I deserved a break or I should take a break because it was starting to take a toll on the mental sanity. So I did take a break, especially after the announcement of the postponement was made. I took a break for 3 to 4 days and that actually proved great in my stride. So, and then of course, the December and the last 20 days of Jan. So my day, how it was divided was initially when I used to wake up from 9 to 10:30, I used to do PYQs so that I get a hang of how it is going to be in the exam and how my mind will operate in the exam. And then I used to start my revision. What I did was I did one subject at a time. Like I have to complete one subject, either it take 2 days or 3 days, do the questions and then keep it aside and then start with a new subject. People might say that that doesn't work for them and they should change like in a day. I think whatever works for you. That worked for me. So I think you should read so as to know what your, just way is. So I think put in your effort so as to know. And to answer how I would deal with days when I didn't do a lot was that I didn't feel the guilt. I was like, it's okay. I am a human at the end of the day. And everybody is wrong. Just the difference between you and the topper is that don't give up. I wanted to see how far I could go if I didn't give up. So I just kept that in mind. Let's see what happens if I don't give up.
That's a beautiful message. The way you put it, don't feel guilty. If you're not studying the previous day, try to max out your effort on the next day. Doc, any numbers you would like to give us for numbers for any MCQs that should be done on a daily basis, at least for the last 3 months before the exam, because we have another 4 months before the next exam is due?
Mm-hmm. I guess you should begin by doing 50 to 100 questions per day. But you have to be consistent with that. I know it can be like you are not gaining great marks and it can be like slightly demoralizing when you do the questions, as it was the case with my friends. But if you're doing better than you did in the previous question bank, I think that's more than enough. That's all that you need to do. There is no competition. Just do better than you did previously. Even if it's 1% to 2% increment, it's still a big win.
Okay, Doc. So I'll just summarize the main 5 take-home messages from this discussion. First message, I think what you have given is where there is no excuse for attending a class 7:30 in the morning, even at minus 20 degrees, you have to come and attend the class, right? Second would be standard textbooks are to be used. App is supplementary. FMG Solutions book can be used in case you feel like, or any others. Last 1 month, the duration of study should be at least 10 to 15 hours. And the number of MCQs you're going to do is starting with 50, upgrade to 100 to 150 for at least 3 to 4 months right before the exam. So especially those of you who are going to be listening to this video and you have your exam in the month of June, then I think that's fair amount of, I'll say, ballpark figure that you have at your disposal that you need to handle. So Doc, it's been great talking to you. Any dedications you want to make, and then we can wind up this discussion.
Starting from Almighty, I think He has chosen to be very, very kind to me. I don't know if I deserved so much. And of course, my parents and my teachers. I can't choose one over the other. And my siblings, my friends, my seniors. Teachers were, of course, a great source of inspiration because I went in one-on-one classes. So I think I felt great in the presence of the energy, I guess, the teachers have.
So Doc, it's been great talking to you, and I wish you the very best for your future career, and congratulations to your brother as well. He's done great, and I think he must be also beaming with pride at you scoring that great marks. You know, I mean, that figure that you've attained is not easy. I mean, you need to get at least 120 correct in both the papers to be able to get to that figure. So hats off to your dedication, your hard work, and God bless you, and you're gonna do great in your future career.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.